Should we alert the authorities that we're here? Look at that thing, ready to be a pre-runner. Today we're just knocking out some fuel system stuff. I didn't really film too much because it's all just making hose and fittings and bullshit. So that stuff doesn't really matter. But I got the regulator mounted over here. This is kinda, I don't really like this setup too much, but this is the feed for the high pressure fuel pump. It has like some type of fuel pressure sensor on it. That's why I had to keep this little section of hardline, and I just used a AN hardline adapter. I don't really like how all of it's sitting in there, but I don't know how else I don't know what kind of fitting would fit on the back of this high pressure fuel pump. So this is just what I went with. Just got some dash 6 AN lines, some fittings, whatever. Typical bullshit. So I had to send a message to the people that sell this computer, which is ANT Steering and Electronics, and like I said before, they are out of Portugal. So I sent them a message asking about the IAT sensor, because that's one of the things required in order to start the engines. I have the wiring diagram for the 2013 Ford Escape, blah blah blah. Looked for the IAT, found it. The only colors that don't match the style of connector that I bought. I bought a IAT sensor from AutoZone for 2013 Ford Escape. The connector doesn't match. All right, so this is the connector that says IAT. So it has a violet, let me see. I think it's a violet and brown, and I don't remember the colors, but as you can see, this is looped off here. So only 2 of these prongs work. This is on the diagram, this is what shows IAT. Well, the sensor I bought does not have a connector that looks like that. It's just a 2-prong connector. So I have an idea on what to do to hopefully remedy that. If it works, I'll put it in the video. If it doesn't, I probably won't. I got a couple ideas. I'm not 100% sure on what's going to work or not. The company that sells the ECU sent me a different diagram and said that this might help. It didn't really help. So I got an idea, and if it works, I'll make a video about it. If not, oh well, figure out the rest. But it needs the IAT in order to start, so I need to figure that out. But for now, I'm just going to finish up this fuel system. I still have a lot of stuff to do. In order to get it started, I'm going to try to figure out the wiring diagram for the Ranger and tap into the signal for the fuel pump relay. I'm almost done with the fuel system, so that'll get that out of the way. And then probably going to lose daylight here pretty soon, so I should stop making silly videos and get this shit done. But yeah, other than that, I'm not sure about that IAT sensor. I'll update you when I know. More wiring and bullshit. So for this fuel pump, for the fuel pump relay, I got this signal for the relay coming off the computer, and I wired it into the relay to the bottom of this fuse box. Is it right? I have no idea, but I think so. I guess we'll find out when we go to fire it up, see if the fuel pump comes on. If it doesn't, then I screwed up, and I'm gonna have to figure it out from there. All right, got the fuel system pretty much complete. So I tied in, use a little Earl's fitting at the end of the filter. This goes up toward the feed. And then this right here, this 90 AN, goes right into the factory hardline return off the regulator. So over here, we're starting to mess with this downpipe, trying to figure out what we got to do to make it right. I think we're going to need a 45 or something. But we got this piece cut to where we can bolt it to the turbo and put the O2 sensors in it and fire it up, and it'll just dump straight at the ground for now. Can't drive it like that because it's going to be angled right at this right at this little bushing here, but it's good enough for a fire up. And that's the goal, is to just fire this thing up for now. So fuel system is just about done. Get this pipe figured out. I believe I got the fuel pump relay hooked up correctly. And the only thing I'm missing is one sensor that I got ordered. One sensor that I already ordered from AutoZone. That should be in a few days. I need to extend the plug that goes to the intercooler map sensor, because on factory it's over on this side, but we got it flipped in the bumper, so it's going to be over here. So I just have to extend that over, and then once I do that, extend that, and we're just going to give this computer some power and see if we can get it to fire up. I guess next video we'll be trying to do that, and I don't know if it's going to fire up yet, but we're going to find out for sure. Unfortunately, if it does fire up, we can't drive it. We don't have the drive shaft in it yet. Downpipe's not fully made, but I just want to see if this thing runs. I want to hear it run. I want to put it on the limiter, blow it up, whatever. I got a lifetime warranty on this motor, so let's fucking get my money's worth right out of the gate. Here's just a quick idea of how fucking shitty this truck's gonna look. Test fit in the bumper. Had to cut the frame up, cut my life into pieces. The reality of this situation is I probably should have just either used the stock intercooler for now, which is a lot thinner, or I should have just gotten a basic universal aftermarket intercooler and welded on a little bung for the map sensor that goes on there, because this is for a Focus ST. This intercooler is pretty big. It doesn't really fit that well. I thought it would fit a lot better. Here we are, cutting away.
I'm not sure if they were any size.
They don't look that